Welcome to the Ignorance is Strength podcast. I'm your host, Fabian motherfucking Ojeda, and I don't know shit, but that's okay. All right, let's get this shit started. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Ignorance is Strength podcast. We're back with a special episode again. This is a second food challenge, and once again, we're exploring a Monte cuisine. Might have enjoyed last time we had the great pizza debate. This time we're looking at the best, and I think we're safe when we say worst tacos of El Monte. All right, so we're here with we're back with George Hernandez, Twinkle Toes, and we've got special guest on this one. He's playing the role of Taco Virgin for this podcast and for the subsequent videos. Mr. Isaac Potter Chavez, who's usually on the shit show. The reason why we have Potter helping out for this particular challenge, just like last time when we did the pizza challenge, we needed a fresh palate. We needed, somebody who had never tasted each place to kind of give an honest first-time opinion. I think it had been long enough last time where I hadn't tasted Lamppost to where they changed their name to The Post to where, I really hadn't tasted any of those pizzas. So it was a fair assessment. Potter here, and correct me if I'm wrong, you've never tried any of these. There's three places that we initially wanted to explore, which was Tacos del Chino, Karina's Tacos, and El Taco Man. You never tried those before we went on the challenge, Potter?
I have never been to any one of those spots.
Okay.
No.
So you would say that the title Taco Virgin is accurate in this case?
In this instance, it is fairly close. Yeah.
But only these kind of tacos, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I know his wife, so we won't get into that. Yeah. But George, you tried them before, right?
Yeah, I'm not really a Karina's guy. I'm more of a Tacos del Chino, but like the Taco Man, like I think I've been there maybe like twice in the last couple years. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm a Taco del Chino every once in a while with my buddies.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I actually grew up eating Karina's like every fucking week, man. So especially from the truck, everybody wanted us to try from the truck. The only problem was, we went a little too early. They weren't open. That truck is only open at night on certain nights, so it's really difficult to get it straight from the truck. I know for some of you, it makes a huge difference whether it's cooked inside the fucking restaurant or in the truck. To me, it's the same shit. No, am I right there, George, or no?
Yeah, I mean, if you got it from the truck and if it's any better, that just puts them just further ahead of pretty much all the other spots to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so maybe, yeah. Or maybe, it's like the fact that they can't wash their hands in there and that extra fucking dirt and grease. And,
yeah, true that, yeah.
You get all the extra flavor from the other meat.
I think that's what it is. When they can't, wash their hands after taking a piss and all that stuff. All that extra filth, I think that's what helps out the flavor.
All the money, the money flavor, the change flavor, all everything going on there.
The scratching the culo flavor and all that. Yeah. So I think, like I said, I'm a huge fan of Karina's. It would not have been fair to throw Karina's in there with me taste testing it because it's going to be number one. I hadn't tried Tacos del Chino before. I heard a lot of mixed reviews about the place. Some that love it, some that are not very big fans. And I'd never, ever tried El Taco Man. To me, I've always passed by, but it's always just going to be one of those places that I've seen, but have never even, felt the need to want to go in. I did look it up on Yelp ahead of time. Mixed reviews, but a lot of people locally seem to have loved it. I put up the poll on Instagram for favorite taco places, and immediately I got the most responses for Karina's Tacos. That was the front runner. And then Tacos del Chino started getting some votes. We didn't really have a clear third place as far as a favorite right off the bat. I had a lot of different places that people wanted to try, but Tacos del Chino, El Taco Man did sneak in there with marginal amount of votes, not too many. I'm surprised nobody, posted up there Omaña's until after we'd already decided the top three, because I kind of felt like a staple in Almani. I'm not a fan of Omaña's. What do you guys think of that place?
I think because they left for a little bit, and like people were like, "Oh, Almani's it's closed." Like, nah, they opened there across the street from Almani High School, but and it's not the same name, but that means the same. Pretty sure same owners, same flavor, same stuff. But yeah, so I know a lot of people just don't know it's still around because they moved from Central, where Ray's spot is now, to across the street from Almani High School.
Yeah,
state champion football team.
There you
Almani
go.
High School. Yeah.
Yep.
I think I have tried Omaña's once, and I think I just had on a solid burrito. Fucking simple and easy. I was not wowed by it, but
yeah,
that was a while ago.
I'm not a fan of their tacos. I heard their nachos are good, the burritos are good, but their tacos to me were kind of just like, I'm gonna say it. I don't want to, I don't want to be rude. I'm never trying to take money off of people's wallet there, but the tacos are disgusting, man. I remember I ordered carne asada tacos from there one time. They each came individually wrapped like a fucking tamal and shit, and it was just like a mix of sauce and sauce and meat. I don't even know if they put the cilantro and onions in there, or do you got to put it on your own or what?
Well, actually, no, they'll put that shit. I took a couple of my buddies. I trained with that. I help my buddy train some. They're black guys, and we went down there, and they're just like, do they put spaghetti sauce on the asada tacos? I was like, nah, man, that's like their sauce. That's like their sauce penne. Man, it's like spaghetti sauce. And they got me thinking, because I never get the asada from there. I get fish tacos from there. So I'm like, oh fuck, I haven't had them in a while, and I still haven't had them. So, but yeah, they're like, they did that spaghetti sauce on them.
Well, that tells you the quality right there of the tacos. Yeah. So I won't bash them any longer.
Hey, but they're chili rellenos burritos, second to none though, the best. Nice. Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll give them another try after this challenge. I'm pretty open because we had some mixed experiences in this challenge overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So real quick, Potter, I wanted to turn to you again as a taco virgin. You're, I think I pointed it out in one of the videos that we took, but your favorite taco place, and this is kind of blasphemy to some people, but some people understand, right? Your favorite taco place kind of gives away your flavor palette.
Yeah. It's King Taco.
It's the Starbucks of tacos.
The Starbucks.
Yeah. Consistency. I could probably, I don't know how it is now, but I got a Asian mother-in-law and she loves it. So she'll be like, "You want tacos?" I'm like, "Sure." Like, it's kind of hard to be disappointed from there. I've never been there and have bad tacos.
I get that. Yeah. So, I mean, they're not terrible, but they're not the greatest in my opinion. How about a chain like Gavilan? Are you a fan of Gavilan?
Hell no.
No, George? No?
No.
I go to Gavilan just because it's really next to my shop. It's like literally across the freeway from my shop at work. But when I go there, I fucking hate the asada. I'm really not down for chicken tacos. What I actually do gravitate towards is chorizo molitas.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
I get that fucking
I'll get
greasy,
the lengua from
salty, delicious. What's that?
I'll get the lengua from Tacos Gavilan. I'll get the lengua, the tongue tacos.
Yeah.
All right.
Those are bad, but everything else,
The problem I have with their carne asada is that they make so much of it that they don't quality check it, and so you get a lot of cartilage in there a lot of the time, and so you take a bite, and that shit's all hard, And
it didn't seem like the most awesomest cuts of meat.
I think the tortillas are decent. I'm gonna go on record saying that their salsa's iffy, but again, it's a chain, But we'll talk about all those things. What we talked about in the challenge is we kept it simple, right? So there were 5 points. We ordered the same type of tacos from every establishment. We did carne asada with onion, cilantro, salsa, and al pastor with the same, right? So those are 2 points. How's their carne asada? How's their al pastor? We also wanted to check out their tortilla, right? The salsa and then the overall experience. So that's kind of the factors that we put into it when we were taste testing, and when we give the overall review of each taco place, right? So let's start off with the first place we visited, Tacos del Chino. I've never been there, but I wanted to get a quick assessment of what you thought of that place, and then we can all give our 5-point scale.
I mean, that's my spot. I mean, honestly, I'm not an al pastor guy, or even there, I'm not even really. I get a salad often, but I think the al pastor was whatever. It wasn't. I mean, I've had better when I do get it, and then for the salad, I like the salad there.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was a little messy. The al pastor was a little messy, but I mean, do you want our overall right now or our points?
You know what? Yeah, we'll get it in a bit, George. I'll call for it in a bit.
Okay, that's me for Tacos de Chino.
Tacos de Chino. Real quick, just overall, like, I don't think I would be disappointed if I went there again in order to play the food. I'd be down to go back and get some more tacos. No problem.
What did you think of each one?
You guys will see in the video, the fucking al pastor tacos they were the messiest out of all the tacos that we fucking ate that day.
Uh-huh.
All the meats were good. The meat quality also tasted, also ate pretty good. It wasn't all, no like fat cartilage chunks in there sneaking in real bad. The tortillas held up. They didn't like just fucking bust through, disintegrate on your hand. I will say this. I think I should have put more salsa. I think maybe in the asada taco. Their al pastor, I think, had a lot of flavor. But like you pointed out best, like it really doesn't taste like al pastor. It tasted like would you say beef tamale, right?
Yeah, basically. Well, pork tamale because it's pork. Yeah.
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 It had that red pork tamale flavor. It just seemed like really heavy on there. I don't know what they what seasoning makes that just like shine through, but that's what it tasted like. But overall, I mean, it was like a pretty good taco, both of them. Meat had some good marinade to it. It was good.
You go back, you say?
Yeah, I definitely. If someone said we were going to go to Tacos de Chino, I'd be like, sure, go get me like 4 tacos.
So I'll take it from there. I think Yasada was okay. It was good. Like just like you mentioned, Potter. It wasn't they didn't sneak any little bits of cartilage in there. I don't think that one was too greasy. But what threw it off for me was that al pastor. It was terrible. In my opinion, it wasn't so much the flavor. What it was is that was a fucking tamale, fucking disguised as a taco.
The deceit is the worst part,
right? Because you're expecting al pastor, right? And when you get and when you get a good piece of al pastor, it's marinated well. It's it's not dry, but it has a little bit of a char, right? Because they're taking it fresh off the spit, where it's be. And that's truly al pastor when it's on the spit. It's cooking, it's marinating in its own juices. The outside is again nice and charred, right? But the inside is moist and soft. It's got to have a little bit of sweetness, right? This al pastor was almost like a shredded pork that you would put in a fucking tamale, right? And the grease on it was terrible. I mean, you guys will see in the video that shit was dripping all over the streets of Amman. You would think there was another murder on fucking Elliott, right? I mean,
pretty much.
That's what it seemed like.
It stained your hand, man.
It did, and then I looked at the videos afterwards, editing them. I looked at the video after that we went to the next place, and you can see the fucking red on the side of my hand the whole time. So for me, I mean, that kind of killed a huge chunk of the experience for me. While the asada taco might have been good, the al pastor was just not al pastor, right? Salsa was okay. Tortilla, again, I want to mention. I think pretty much all the places they did cook them in oil for a little bit, and that made them not so much like not crispy to the point where they're like a hard shell taco, but it's perfect for a taco because it's not. If you take a corn tortilla and you eat it cold, that shit sucks. You have to warm it up, right? I think anybody knows that, but you can't just warm them up by like throwing them in the microwave and shit, right? You have to fry them just a little bit, and so I think every place did that well. The salsa wasn't overpowering, wasn't too spicy just for the sake of it, but I am going to give my score somewhere not so favorable. I'm going to out of 5. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 3 overall, 3 flat.
All right. What about George?
So overall, I think I'll separate them because Asada was so much better than the al pastor. So I'll go al pastor maybe like a 2-1.
Yeah. And
then I think the Asada probably like a 3.7.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I think the al pastor, like you said, is messy. Mm-hmm. Different flavor, not like I'm used to when I do get al pastor. So I think overall, like a 3.2 overall for the whole spot.
Yeah, that's fair. What about you, Potter? Taco Virgin score.
Real quick, I also want to mention that I don't feel like any of these spots threw on a whole bunch of onions and cilantro. It was just like each spot had like a good amount of like just on there. I do wish I should put more salsa on there. Probably gonna maybe rate this a little bit higher than you guys. I think if you just they probably need to not call that an al pastor taco. That's probably what they need to do. If they told you something else, you could probably give it a better score. In that instance, I'd probably give it like a solid 3.5, maybe 4. Like they're pretty good. Just very damn greasy. That one was just very damn greasy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're right there. They shouldn't call it al pastor. You know what they should do? Take my advice. Here's what you guys are going to do, and it's going to make you some money. Tacos del Chino, right? What you got to do now is you got to market that al pastor taco as something else. And this is something that nobody does. Call that shit your tamal taco, right? It's like a fucking tamal inside a taco, right? And put that shit, there you go. Put that shit all over the internet and it'll sell a lot better. Instead of onion, cilantro, do something a little different. Maybe crumble up some fucking masa in there or some shit, right?
Maybe do some sweet corn masa.
Yeah, there you go. And then that'll completely change the quality of that taco. If anybody disagrees, I really would love you to just post it on the fucking on the YouTube or on Instagram. I don't think you can defend that taco, man. That al pastor taco.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking get me in trouble, dude. I'll be going to these spots. The last time fucking the Post remembered me. I still go eat around here. I'm gonna go fucking get my 3-pas next time and be like, oh yeah, or fucking tamale fucking tacos, and they'll fucking wipe their balls in my shit or something.
I mean, yeah, George, I think you are gonna suffer from these videos, man.
Yeah, because that's how I went to the Rios and they're like, hey, that's your homie that gave us the 3rd spot on the Amani debate, the pizza place. I was like, damn. But then the Rios baby bros, a couple of my buddies went there and they're like, oh yeah, they're all pumped up because they got 1st place, but Rios there and it's like, fuck that guy. They're like, your buddy came and gave us the 3 spot. I just blame it on you. I'd be like, look, I was gonna give you guys 1. Fucking Fabian.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Fuck it. I'll play the part of the big bad heel for this one.
We'll go good cutback.
Hey, but I gave the Chino some solid advice right now. Listen, I don't wish any harm on any of these businesses. I'm glad you all are open during COVID and shit. But I'm gonna be honest, and that's part of my assessment is I gotta be honest, and it's just my opinion, if you have loyal customers that have been going for years, that shit speaks more volumes than what I'm saying. So fuck, what do I know? I'm just a fucking a big man with an appetite,
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So moving on, and I think the reviews from this one are not going to matter as much because I don't think you go to this spot, George. But El Taco Man, right down the street, right?
Right up the block. What is it on Mountain View and Magnolia?
Yeah. This place I'd never been to before, but it was a little bit different. I think right off the bat, I'll go ahead and give my assessment. I noticed the tacos were a lot drier. Potter, you mentioned that none of the spots put a lot of onion cilantro. I disagree. This spot put a lot of cilantro, and they didn't chop it all the way. It still had a little bit of the stem on it, which is something that kind of bothered me a little bit. The carne asada was okay. To me, it wasn't too greasy. It wasn't too dry. Flavor was kind of bland though. And the same thing with the al pastor taco. It was kind of indistinguishable from the carne asada taco, and that's not a good thing. You want to be able to tell the difference between the two. Overall, for me, I felt like it was something that I could have made at home. And both tacos so far were fairly small. You take one bite of each, you're already halfway through or more. But one thing I will give to Taco Man over Tacos El Chino, they were slightly cheaper. For 6 tacos, I believe it was $9 flat, and at Tacos El Chino was about $12, so you save some money there. I'm not saying that I would rather go to one over the other at this point, but I gotta say El Taco Man, I was not a big fan of either. I mean, I think I would probably give it more like a 2.7, 2.8, something like that. It's really not wowed by it at all.
Yeah, I think I go. I honestly, the al pastor was a little bit better. It was clean. It was not as messy. Had a little bit of al pastor flavor in it. I'm gonna give that like a 2.9, and that asada was fucking pretty dry. And we did put salt. I put salsa on a little bit of salsa on it, switch it up a little bit. But yeah, so 2.9 for that pastor, and I think the asada maybe like a 2.3, 2.4 maybe.
Oof.
But overall, like a 2.5, 2.6 overall for right there. Yeah, it sucks, but and a lot of people, and I do know a lot of people like, oh, Taco Man this, Taco Man that. I was like, fuck, like, what do you guys get from here? Because I don't think you're getting the fucking tacos. But yeah, I mean, that's my. I'll go there. So fuck it, I'll give it a low score.
Oh man! All right, Taco Virgin score. What do we got?
I think I'm gonna go with like 2.5. Also, especially after coming out from Tacos El Chino, the flavor they had in both their meats, and then to come to this place, it wasn't a wow. It wasn't like, yeah, I want to come back here again for that. Well, who knows? Maybe they do a different cut of meat really good, and that's what everybody gets. You should definitely put that out there in the video, like in the comments. If you go to this spot and fucking put down what's really good, maybe it's not their tacos, maybe it's their tortas, maybe it's fucking I don't know if they had carnitas, but maybe it's fucking that's their better seller than this. But
I got the tripas there. Tripas wasn't bad.
Okay.
It's not a Carina's and it's not a Tacos El Chino, but their tripas were bad.
There you go. Maybe that's more their better bread and butter, but fucking there was no wow to these tacos. I would not want to go back. I think I'd rather spend the extra $1 or $2, go to a Tacos El Chino or Carina's.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's looking pretty grim, man. We're a bunch of assholes, man. It's looking kind of grim here, right? Now,
and it sucks because there is, like, before we get to Carina's, I mean, I think those are just the household taco spots for the area. The Mountain View kids growing up going to Tacos El Chino, the Almani growing up, and Potrero kids go to the Taco Man, like the South Almani kind of kids go to Carina's. And I wouldn't be surprised that's the people that the area they live in, that's where they go, and they never, not that they don't venture out to those other spots, but it's always the closest one to them, and he hits the spot because probably that's what they grew up on. But I mean, there's a lot of those, like we said, taco, like I think taco spots. I think it's out of like restaurants, but shit, if we start putting some of these taco stands out on that are on Durfee, on right
Valley.
down Valley, and those spots, oh yeah, especially up Valley and the one on Durfee closer to like Magnolia, man, some of those spots hit like they're fucking good, and they could get some of these restaurants to run for their money. I think that's why I have a buddy that works on Monte PD, and it's the restaurants, it's the businesses calling the city on these little spots because they're taking a lot of their customers instead of hitting that late night taco spot, going to maybe Tacos del Chino or Karina's or these other spots. Like fuck, let's go to a taco stand because they're fucking pretty good, man. I think that's gonna be something you have to think about doing next. Is these taco stands?
That is a good point, man. You know, I didn't even realize that, but yeah, probably the restaurants really kind of hating on, you know, some of these individual vendors. That's something to think about, man. It's kind of crazy, you know, because it's like, if you want the customers back, step up your fucking game. You know?
Yeah, because so I told my buddy, I said, "Hey, dude, what's up? The fucking cops hit us." Because you know our buddy Hector, he sells up there. And he's like, "Yeah, it's the fucking businesses they're calling." And they're not even calling like Almani Health Department. They're calling like LA County Health Department. So they're like, that's why they're coming out and hitting these foods, throwing their food away, making them throw their shit away. Like, and they use some good meat, and it's expensive shit to make them throw away. Yeah. But these fools, right when they drive off, these fools will pack up another grill and fucking start up all over again. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Well,
about a month ago, I was on a Valley and 5 Points in the car, and my wife thought, damn, look at that long line for the bus. And we rolled past this car, and it was people lining up for tacos. And then it wasn't in Omani. It was probably, God, what city is that? It's like La Puente by, fuck, I don't know. Anyway, I saw a whole bunch of people, and fucking, I thought it was like a homeless encampment at first. And it turns out it was the taco man. And dude, he was doing it right, because I fucking saw the Al Pastor. He had a big ass fucking spit right there. It was just fucking carving away, man. Yeah. Huge line. I know exactly where it's at. I'll take you guys if you want to go one day, but I've never tried it.
Yeah, but I think that's that visual part of it. People love that shit, seeing that shit freshly cut, you know? And yeah, I mean, that's something that's going to attract customers all the time. But speaking of good, you know, tacos, and this is the one I was waiting for the review of. But again, you know, I was really biased because this is the one I grew up eating all the time. I want to say that, you know, we probably ate there once a week when I was a kid, but Karina's Tacos, right? That's kind of, to me, the nostalgic, you know, favorite. You know, George, you're talking about like kids that live in a certain area. Maybe they grew up with El Taco Man. Maybe they grew up with Del Chino, right? I grew up with Karina's. That's why, to me, it's always going to be, if you mention it, immediately I'm going to be like, hell yeah, let's go, you know? I love the burritos. I love everything there, you know, but their tacos have always been, to me, a good staple of Almani. I'm not even going to start off with this one because I mean, I'm just going to tell you it's the best one right off the bat, and that's what I said in the video. But what did you guys think?
I think, yeah, I mean, I think overall it's going to end up being the best one. I'm going to give that Al Pastor probably a 3.9, and then that Astada like a 4.7. So overall, I mean, like a 4.3, mid 4s, 4.3. So I mean that's a fucking good score out of 5. So I mean that's a good score. Yeah, just everything right. They weren't messy. I mean, they're about the same size as the other ones, but they had like the right amount of cilantro and onions. And then like when I said when we put it on the car, and this, you look at that salsa, and this, you could just tell the salsa was better than everything else, and it just goes with everything. The salsa was fucking good. So, and I hadn't had Carinas in a minute. Well, at least the asada and the I never had the al pastor there. So, I mean, that was like pretty much like something I hadn't had in a while or haven't even tasted. I went a while back, I get 3+ pretty much everywhere. So I got a 3+ burrito a while back, but yeah, that shit hit the spot, being the last one out of the 3. But yeah, so overall, whatever it was, 4 or 5.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it the same thing, George. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 just because, I mean, I gave it like a 5 on the video because I was excited to have it again. But I mean, there's always room for improvement, you know. I think
because you had a fucking heart on when he was eating it, so he's like, oh,
I did, man. Fuck, I almost I almost knocked over the tacos right there. Yeah, but what do you think, Potter, from the Taco Virgin point of view?
Those tacos were bomb. Solid 4.5. I think the salsa puts it over. The salsa was really, really good. So that just 4.5. I think altogether for both tacos, just with the if you count the salsa in there with it. Yeah,
you were fucking drinking that shit like it was water.
It was really fucking good, man.
Yeah, that's the first thing you noticed, like when you opened it, and I forgot like how like that fucking Karina's salsa, because right when I seen it, I remember all the memories brought back when they're good as fuck. When I used to go pick it up on the bike or just go over there late at night with my buddies, and you get that dark salsa, and it was like, damn, dude, I forgot about this. This shit's good as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit stood the test of time through. Fuck, from this being the one spot, from this being the truck, to 2 spots, to 3 spots within a half a block.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah. They started with the fucking...
There's one in Pomona. There's a couple other ones, too. Montebello, like Karina spots, but I think those are just the 3, like the home ones. Those are the 3 first ones.
Yeah, I wonder what their story is, because it started with the fucking truck. It was always parked right there on Durfee.
Yeah.
Or turning into Peck, whatever. And then I remember when I was a kid, I'm like, oh shit, now they have the spot next to the donut shop, right?
Yeah. And
then all of a sudden, oh shit, now they have the spot right there where they had the hamburgers forever or whatever.
Yeah, they have the burgers at there. So they're right there. And I was like, oh shit, fuck, you fucking taking over the whole fucking center right there.
Yeah. But I wanted to see at this point, because we're gonna go ahead and discuss another spot real quick, a secret spot that we just didn't plan on reviewing because but I wanted to see at this point, before we get into that, Potter, you gave Karina's, out of all the places, the highest score, 4.5, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Out of these 3.
Yeah.
Would you rather eat Karina's or King Taco at this point?
Damn, that's a tough one for me. I feel like they both. I probably have to go back for a burrito from Karina's to see see which one I would like better. But it's really good. I'd probably give King Taco a good 4. Macy really likes also the tacos from there too.
We didn't convert you.
I know we're not counting it, but that's what she goes for.
Yeah. I think you'd like the burritos from Karina's. They're pretty good. They put rice, beans in it and everything like that. But that salsa, I think, is what makes it. I don't like the salsa from King Taco. I think it's just hot just for the sake of being hot. And then I think they have too much of a lemon flavor in King Taco.
Yes, there's a lot of citrus on the asada.
Yeah. I think that's just kind of a cheap way of trying to get some flavor, but I digress. Now, what I wanted to get into, we actually tried, a bonus spot, because not too far from Karina's Tacos was a place that's, owned and operated by a former coach of mine, and just a local legend here. Coach Ray Castellanos, his new spot, Taco Sauce, right? And that sauce is spelled SAAS, right?
Yeah.
What did you guys think of that?
I really like the fucking tortillas, dude.
Hell yeah.
And then the asada is this. Did you have? I don't think it was lemon with the salsa. The salsa was good, but I like the onions and cilantro. And then I got a chicharron. And the chicharron was good as fuck. So, overall, I give a solid 4.1 with that chicharron. Yeah, it was that, but those tortillas put it over.
Oh hell yeah!
There's more tortillas than the asada or the chicharron. But yeah, man, it was good. It was it was fucking a little. The chicharron was a little different than what I've had, but it was good. Like I never tasted that kind. I know he says he does his own little spices and sauces and stuff. So So yeah, but yeah, that shit was pretty good, man.
Yeah. What'd you think of sauce, Potter?
The tortillas were very hefty. Very. Yeah. It was only one tortilla, but it was a fresh tortilla, so points for that. But it was thick. It was almost like two, maybe even more than two. It was like 2.5 tortillas if you got a regular one from like these other taco stands. But it didn't like break on you because it was that thick. It held its own. Meat was good. Got the al pastor though. Giant fucking chunks of pineapple in that shit.
Not your thing.
I'm not the biggest fan of that. It went. Yeah, it could have been better for me at least personally. If you like giant chunks of pineapple in there, then fucking it was delicious. My wife had it fucking the next day, and she's like, "Oh my god, this is good."
Yeah. Well, here's what I'll say about taco sauce. I actually, I'm never gonna say a bad thing about Ray or his what he's doing. In fact, I'm only gonna ever build him up because I got a lot of respect for that man. But those tacos, what made them was that fucking tortilla, man. I think we've been, it's pretty evident in our discussion here. Fucking thick, homemade, tortilla. And the taco itself was bigger than all the other ones, right?
Yeah,
I think it wasn't a 2-bite, and you're done kind of thing. You actually have to take your time and fucking eat this goddamn taco. You can't just finish it like in 2 bites. I like the asada. What I liked about the asada is that it's not like other carne asada where you just throw it on and cook it till, it's like browned and done. He did kind of cook it a little different. It was a little, how do I put it? It wasn't overdone, and then the al pastor was nice. Like you said, nice and chunky, kind of had a little bit of sweetness to it. I like it, man. Whatever. Ray's got some good shit going on. And I think he's going to be one of the contenders in the area of having like the best taco in the South Almani area.
Yeah. Especially once he gets his because right now he's out of the truck or whatever that is. So he's going to be, once he gets in that restaurant, once he gets everything fixed up, I'm pretty sure he's going to get more stuff going. Going to be faster, going to get bigger lines. So he's going to be able to go get that flavor in there. So yeah, because I see them, they're all bunched up. One was trying to do the tortilla, one was trying to grill, one was trying to take orders. I know I helped my buddy before in less trucks and stuff, so I know it gets a little fucking busy and you can't move around. It's taking a little longer, but yeah, I know once they get that shit open right there, they're gonna be going.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, shit. I think that was a good, good little assessment of the taco spots in Almani. If anybody disagrees, again, let us know. If anybody wants to hunt us down and fucking cook our asses as tacos, come and try it. Start with Potter though. I think we definitely were able to see the number one spot here, without a doubt, amongst the 3 Carinas, right? Number 2, we gave to Tacos del Chino, and then dead last, El Taco Man. So if we got it wrong, let us know. But George, you and I, we're going to keep this up. We're going to keep doing this as a series in the podcast. Potter, you're welcome to join us, or anybody else who wants to tag along is welcome to join us.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Hector. I'm trying to get Hector to come. Trying to get Hector to come. I know he's a guy like you that knows his food, knows his flavors.
Yeah,
guys that like cooking and shit. I think that'll be awesome. Get different points of views because we just look like 2 fat guys out there trying to grow.
Yeah. Hey, that's another thing, Potter. You weren't a big fat guy trying food. You were like a normal size guy.
Yeah. So I sent our video of the pizza to a couple of my buddies and a couple of texts. What you guys 2 fat foods just want to eat pizza on fucking Saturday. I'm like, that's true, but we wanted to grade it too.
Yeah.
But dude, it sounds good. Like I'm thinking pastrami's and fucking taco stands, taco trucks, street dogs. My buddy with the street dogs. My brother just told me Carnita place over there in Valley and Durfee. I know they go out there a little later, but it's always cool. Go out there. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, I'm ready.
You know what maybe I think, George?
Maybe even do it even more often. Maybe even separate from like the podcast, and maybe it's like your own channel or something.
Okay, yeah, for
That
sure.
could be something cool too. Or maybe do it like every other week, and boom.
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking for the next one though? We can do street food showcase, and it won't necessarily be a challenge, but it'll be a showcase of all the good shit. You know, like your friend with the street dogs. We could feature Hector's place in there. You know, fish.
Yeah, not that fucking dedicated daddy guy.
Potter, we got to point that out to you on Instagram, man.
All right.
Yeah, just don't get stuck eating those weenies.
Those big weenies that he offers you.
Oh God.
But we'll do that. We'll do a showcase, man. I think as always though, it's been a good experience. I don't think I got the shits from eating all those tacos. Did you guys get any stomach problems? All good. Hey, so at the very
my stomach was on fire, I think, later that evening. But then at the same time, my mom also made some bomb ass salsa, some chili verde, and I like smothered my dinner in that. So I had and then I had it again for breakfast. So like the next 24 hours, just a whole bunch of salsa in me. I was like,
yeah, dude, got to get some fucking, what do you call it? What preparation H for that asshole, man. But that's a different episode of the podcast. But yeah, as always, definitely appreciate the reviews. We'll get another one going. Everybody listening at home, appreciate it. Thank you. Fuck you and good night.
Man. See you guys.
Subscribe to the Ignorance is Strength podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Like, follow, and share on Facebook and Instagram at Ignorance is Strength Podcast and on Twitter at The Ignorance Pod. Quick reminder for this specific episode, the 4 companion videos can be seen on YouTube. Just search Ignorance is Strength Podcast on YouTube and watch all of the taco reviews.